Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. I thought you might like to see rain is coming. It rained all last night. And we have snow in the mountains. I don't have a very super duper setup, so, just do the best we can. So, here we are again, another day. Okay, what's going on? Well, I have news. I like to report the news. I hope everyone is doing okay, and I hope everyone is being safe. Okay. President Biden's dogs have been banished from the White House. They're in exile. Major and Champ. And I saw this article, and I thought, wow, I wonder what the dogs did. And so I started thinking about all the stuff big dogs do, because we've had quite a few. One, pooping and peeing in the house. So I rejected that one because big dogs are easy to train. And we never had any of that with our big dogs. Let's see, attacking the Secret Service men or guests. I thought, yeah, that's a possibility. I can't tell you how many times I said, wait a minute, let me take the dog out. He looks like he's ready to bite. Okay. Getting on the 17th century furniture. I posted a picture on Instagram of my son's dog. They have like a bonus room with the old furniture, and the dog ran straight in there and got on the furniture. Getting jealous. My big dogs used to get jealous, and at which time they could bite. My son's dog likes to bite, but they're friendly bites. But if you don't know that, the bites could go awry. So I have my methods with him. So I tried to elude his bites, and I poke him in the eye, and he tries to give me these bites. He has huge teeth. So finally I get behind him, and I get both knees on each side of his body, and I grab his neck, and I hug him, and he tries to swing his head and give me these bites. Other times he gets up, and I hug him around, and he, is around my face, which would be scary for someone who wasn't used to this. Tearing up the garden Melania Trump put in. Dogs would do that. Well, let's see. I found out what he did. It was Major, the black German Shepherd, bit a White House guard. Well, dogs do that sometimes. So I felt bad for the guy that got dog bit. That's why I used to take mine out. But I feel sorry for the dogs being banished, and I feel sorry for the Bidens, no dogs, 4 years. The dogs got to go back to Delaware. Well, they'll be okay. Anyway, the dogs have been banished. Okay, and now they have these videos on of seniors, that are ending up homeless and in temporary motels, and all this bad stuff is happening to them. And they ask these questions like, what would you have done different? And they said, well, I would have saved more money when I was younger, but when it doesn't have to be that long ago. When you first go into retirement, there's an adjustment. Now, some of these people had only $700 a month. So what you have to know is you cannot generally live in California for that. It's impossible. You will end up on the streets. I think there's places somewhere in the U.S. that you could live for that little money, but it probably isn't California. But we're thinking back, okay, not to way back when I was young. When was the last time that I was able to maintain myself? So if you started going down when you retired, that tells you can't retire. If you're on Social Security disability because you have a disability, that is really bad. Yeah, in that case, you have to find a room to rent. But out here, they rent the rooms for as much money as the people have, but at least you would have a roof over your head and you could get food stamps. So there's ways. I think social services helps the elderly and the disabled as well. Out here, you would call 211. And so I was thinking about, and I watched several of these videos, homeless seniors, lots of them women. I'm sure there's lots of men too. And they consider you homeless if you live in a car or if you live in a motel. So if you have shelter, it's not exactly like living on the street though. So some of these people, and I have seen this here in the East County, they have 2 retirements up towards $2,000 a month. And there are places you can live for that. You can live for that. You can live with that here. But the problem is once you become displaced, it's hard to get into a place. Also, if you're a veteran, there's veterans benefits if you find yourself in this position. So I'm thinking about this, and the thought popped into my mind. The apartment I'm always griping about, they did that. They 30-dayed me when I was just getting my Social Security. And normally I was thinking, wow, yeah, this is exactly how these people end up homeless. Those kind of people do not care. They should not rent to people. They're dangerous. And so I thought, yeah, they were really rotten. And I always pray for them. May the misery you caused me return to you 100 times 100. So I wasn't thinking about that, and it popped into my mind again. Remember how God, you'll think a thought? And I thought, well, if you noticed how rotten they are, I'm happy about that. But generally, when this happens, especially now, a person could very well end up homeless. So fortunately for me, I didn't end up homeless, but if I could see how it would happen. You know, hairdressers aren't exactly wealthy, especially single women. My neighbor is a barber, and she was just able to go back to work a couple days ago, but it's very slow because of the COVID. So these seniors, so if you are a senior, it is very dangerous if you displace yourself because you don't have the amounts of money unless you've saved. So there's a lot of, I can see how a lot of these seniors are ending up like that. I've heard of quite a few of the YouTubers that were 30-dayed or kicked out of their apartment because I think generally they're viewed as powerless people. And, you know, they can, you know, and they like to do it right before Christmas, which is super rotten. Okay, so I was in Walmart. And so there was these shoplifters, 3 of them. And so who was catching them was the checkers, because there's mirrors all over the store. And I guess when you've done this for a while, you can easily spot a shoplifter. So what they did, they caught one and they just took the stuff and, you know, he left. Back in the day, you know, they used to prosecute that as petty theft if it was over $100. So now that I'm thinking about it, that stuff was just under $100. But one of the things he shoplifted was an axe, and I've been wanting to buy one. And I said to the lady, oh, it was about this big, nice little axe. And I said, how much is that axe? And she said, oh, let me check, and it was $27. So, you know, we talk about weapons. So, you know, if, you know, I don't know how to put this so that I don't get tagged, but okay, so I'll do a demonstration. Never know. So maybe, you know, you can't get yourself a gun. How about an axe? So I'm looking for an axe. a Sawyer mini water purifier after that Texas thing, a Buddy heater after the Texas thing, and a propane camp stove and propane. And then yesterday I bought another case of toilet paper at Walmart. And I got their Walmart brand, you know, it's a roll of toilet paper for 68 cents. And a case cost me about $17. So I bought 2 cases. So if anything happens, I got toilet paper. Okay, now now this is about the prophets. I don't give much credence to dreams, prophecies, visions, angel visitations, and that sort of thing, because in the end of days, people will be faked out, and what they'll really be doing is worshiping Lucifer, who is like a fallen. He is Lucifer. Okay, so this is End Time Teachers, and I posted it on my Twitter. It's starting at 3 o'clock, so it should be underway. Isaiah 4:1, multiple wives coming soon. Wow. Here it is, multiple wives coming soon. This is a prophecy. I have mentioned several wacky prophecies to you guys. So I will be taking a look at that. Also, I posted a couple of, you know, I was keeping an eye on China, and someone goes, well, why are you keeping an eye on China? Why don't you keep an eye on, and, you know, they named off a lot of countries. Well, because the coronavirus originated in China. But what has happened now is the mutated strain has stricken England or Britain. So I'm keeping an eye on that, and I posted a video if you want to see that. Okay, now there is a Netflix miniseries, Murder Among the Mormons. And so this is probably loosely based off of a true case. So there was this guy, and he was forging documents. Like, I heard about it when it happened, like rinsing the paper in tea, and, you know, he was like very devious. But at the time I thought, gee, I think that's kind of, I think he was a Mormon, but I thought that's kind of stupid, because I'm pretty sure most of the documents were bought by the Mormon church already, so he was sure to get caught. But I was listening to the radio, and I guess it's pretty hair-raising. So as soon as I get my thing hooked up, I'll be watching Murder Among the Mormons. Okay, and then the other thing that I will be watching is Oprah has done an interview with Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. And I guess it created quite a stir. And so Piers Morgan says he does not believe Meghan Markle, and he was caused to leave the Daily Show that he has done over it. So I'm thinking about Piers Morgan, and I'm thinking, yeah, I can see where he's coming from, because this ruckus over here deflects off Prince Andrew and the possible emergence of this strain of the COVID. So it could be just some stupid distraction. Also, they have a Netflix. I think it's Netflix. Anyway, a series is coming, and I heard when I think it's Netflix comes, the Brinks trucks roll up. So they're going to be doing fine in America. We don't have kings and queens, but what we have is we have superstars like Oprah, and we have sports figures that are like our royalty. So Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will be fine in America. And so I will be taking a look at that. I personally love Harry. All the Americans are fascinated by the royalty because we don't have them. But we do have royalty of sorts. We have a president. That's like our king. We have Oprah. That's like our queen. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.